Hello Billy, back at it again with another Reliving the Past, back at it again on this Monday. Well, I mean, I'm recording on Monday because, for Reliving the Past, I do one video reliving the past every single day. So, I record one from Monday to Friday, and then I'm back again on the Monday. So, I forget what number we're recording. I think it's like 6 or something like that, maybe 5 or 6. But anyways, besides the point, breaking news, guys. Today I got hacked on Amazon, and this was weird. Like, when I didn't really notice. So I was sitting on my computer. It happened today, and I was sitting on my computer downstairs, and I'm like, I got an email saying your order got approved or whatever, confirmed and it was a gaming mouse for like $14. I'm like, that's weird. I didn't buy it. So I'm like, I'll just go cancel it, right? And then I'm like, okay, I went to cancel it. And then I got another email that says, oh, iPhone 5 for like $500 got ordered. So I'm like, I wasn't really freaking out at all about it. I'm just like, what the hell's going on? So, and then I got another email and says, oh, your email has been changed to this email. It's like same as my name, but at the end it was like something so weird. And so I was like, this is weird. So I was getting my phone was about to die, and I'm trying to like really hurry up and try to call Amazon. And then Amazon calls my home phone, because that's what the number was set on my home phone. So I hear the phone ring, I'm like, that's weird, it has to be them. So I picked it up, and some like Asian guy, and he's like, did you order an iPhone 5 like from Amazon? Or he's like, is this William? It's like, did you order an iPhone 5? I'm like, no. And he's like, okay, your account is like locked or something like that. So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, was that really Amazon? So I called Amazon again, and I'm like, what's going on with my account? And then they're like, oh, it's on lock and all this stuff, and they canceled all the stuff. And it was just weird. Like, it was so like, it was scary, honestly. Like, it was just so unexpected, honestly. So that was, I know, a long story, but that's the story for today. I don't know how it happened. Oh, and also the address, they changed the address to like some address in San Jose, California. And I don't know if it's a real address. It's a real address, and I could see the house, but I don't know if it's actually them. But yeah, I don't know what to do. So if there's anything I could do more, leave it down in the comments. But I got all my stuff back, and everything's good now. And literally like a minute later after that happened, Amazon was like, whoa, this is weird. So they called me like a minute after it happened, before I even tried to call them. So it was weird. But again, 3 minutes. Today we're going to talk about the Nintendo 64. And the system was released around when I was born, 1996 to 1997, around that. And as you see the console here, I have a couple things to show you. But here's the console. This is the black main console, released, like I said, 96, 97. And this system was one of the systems that I played when I was a kid. My cousin had it, and it was so much fun playing Pokemon Stadium, Mario 64, Donkey Kong 64, and just all the first-party titles on Nintendo. Because I'm going to talk about the games real quick, but you know, when on the Nintendo 64, there weren't really that many good games. There was about 288 games released on this system, and most of them are just trash. But the good ones are the Nintendo ones, like Pokemon, and all, like, all of Mario Kart. What else do I have? Mario 64. There weren't many, but there was a couple really good ones. So yeah, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of sad that the games weren't that good, and it was kind of same with the PlayStation 1, where it was getting into more 3D. It was getting into 3D stuff, so developers were like, oh, this is weird. So that's why they couldn't make so many games easily on the N64. But it still had a lot of games and stuff like that. And one negative thing about the system is it's cartridge based. At this time, PlayStation 1 was CD based. It was released 1994 or something like that. And even there was like in 1993 there was systems CD based. So Nintendo, this killed Nintendo and this killed developers. Like, oh, we don't have enough space on the system, so let's go on to the PlayStation 1 and make the same games that if they were going to Nintendo, they would make it on here. But the cartridges were like, oh shit. It was getting obsolete at the time, so that's why CD based was good, and that's why they should have went to this, or they should have stuck to. They should have moved on to CD based system, but oh well. And that's what kind of killed them in the long run. The system in the long run was the cartridge based. So there was, what I like about the N64 the most is the colors and the freaking fantastic series of the consoles. There was like black, red, green, like there was so many freaking colored consoles. It was mind blowing. I'm trying to think how many there exactly were. I'm pretty sure there was like 8 fantastic colors, and it was insane. There was also a Pokemon Stadium type console was released in the box and all that stuff, and it had like the Pokemon balls, a reset or power button, I forget, and Pikachu's tail, I think, as a power button. So it was there was so many. There was another model called the Jusco model thing, and it was orange on bottom. It was like black on bottom and black on bottom, orange on top, and it was only released in Japan. But it's like the system's only like $300. I didn't mean to say just or whatever, but it's like $300, and it's really rare. And there was another called Dire Hawks. I think that was the orange and black one. I forget. I think the Dire Hawks was black and orange. Jusco was the gray and light gray, smoke gray system. So those two are extremely rare, and they're only released in Japan, but you know, they're still like the most valuable N64 systems out there. So with my history of N64, like I said, I played it as a kid, and then I got it again in 2014 at the antique store, this antique store, which is closed now, RIP. This is the same one that I got back in the day, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is, definitely. I got it for $25, and I had it ever since. And for the longest time, I had the controller. This blue controller came with it, but the joystick was so bad, so it was horrible. So I was like, I opened it up just, like, oh, fuck it. So I opened it up, and then I couldn't put it back together, so I had to, like, throw it away or whatever. So I got rid of it, and I couldn't find a controller for the longest time. So I found a controller from this guy, and we traded a couple games, and he gave me a controller, and I just could not find the controller for the crap of me. Like, it was crazy, because, like, I went to the flea market. I wasn't going to really buy one, because I wasn't trying to play it right that second, but I couldn't find them at the flea market. I couldn't find them anywhere, so finally traded with somebody, and it was all good. And, since then, I ran through I sold multiple N64 consoles. I ran into so many controllers now. It's kind of crazy that I'm just keep running into stuff. And now I have, my main one is a green controller. And I'm trying to think where I got this exact one. I forget, but I know it was from I either bought a system or traded it or something like that. So it's a pretty good controller. The analog stick is, I guess, good. I didn't touch many N60 analog sticks to tell if it's really good or not. But it's pretty good. And also the other day, I bought this gold N64 controller for $25 in the box. That's a really good deal, honestly. Cause I don't know how much it goes for online, but it's really crazy. And it's actually over there. Can you see it? Yeah, I think you can see it. But it's just a gold N64 controller. It's Japanese. I only got it for $25, and it's in the box. Like, a box N64 controller. That's pretty awesome. So that's pretty insane that I have this, and it's lit. Yeah. So it's good to have it. The joystick is kind of like, it's still good and playable, but it's not the best. Maybe this one's the same. Yeah, it's hard to tell, and it's just really hard to tell. But going into, should you get this console? Honestly, if you look up the games for it, and if they look fun, then go and get them. But it's not a system. I would say go get a GameCube, because an N64 is around $50 to $60. I guess with cheap games, but more primitive games, because, you know, it's back then. But the GameCube's only like $30 or less, maybe $30 in game stores, more on eBay, less on Craigslist. So it varies, but I would say get a GameCube. But the games are pretty cheap, but the first party GameCube games are better than the N64 first party games. So I guess GameCube, I'm saying GameCube is a better system overall. It's cheaper and probably more fun for your stuff. GameCube has a better controller. You have these crappy controllers with the analog sticks, because, you know, like I said, everyone knows that these analog sticks suck and they break. So yeah. And then anything else? The games, I just like how I love the controller ports, and I love the system overall. It just like has such a nice thing to it. It has like that N64, like, feels like rubber. It's like really hard. It's not rubber. It's probably just plastic, but the front of it, like the N64 logo, feels like hard rubber or something. It just feels really nice. You get 4 controller ports, which is really nice, and you get these, it looks awesome too. On these side things, you get these, on the side, you get these things that make it look nice, and you get like an oval shaped system. On the back of it, you have the, you know, just more stuff. As I said in the other episodes, for some reason, that the N64 cords are a bitch, kind of. The AV is common, super common, because it's the same as SNES, N64, GameCube, and that's it. And then the power brick is really weird, because it has literally its own thing for it. So you have to get your own thing. The brick, I like how it has an internal power supply instead of a brick thing. So they put the brick on the back of the system instead on the end of the cord. You know, the brick at the end of the cord for like NES and stuff like that. Which is so much better than putting a huge brick and putting that into the wall. Nice job, Nintendo, with that. But yeah, I'm trying to think anything else with the system. I talked about the history, like I said. Struggling system. It's a good. I just remember playing this when I was a kid. It was just so much fun, and I don't know why. It was such a good system. If I ever had a chance one day, and if I had more space, I'd probably go and collect for the N64, but just get the really good games, and, you know, just buy the really good games. Even like some of the good games, like Zelda. Like Zelda, I forgot about the Zelda games on here. But there's some good games, and maybe one day I would go and get the good games on here. But that's it. You don't want to go any farther with that. If you get a complete N64 collection, I guess good luck with it. It would be boring, but there's a couple expensive games, like you know, 1 or 2 $100 games, like Clay Fighting Sculptor's Card or something, Clay something. And there's a couple sports games for like $50, which is weird. And that's pretty much. There might be one more. I'm trying to think of the other expensive N64 game on here, but that's pretty much it. It's easy to get a full, complete section, but it's just not fun. Like, I don't know why you would do it. Anyways, guys, hopefully you enjoyed this week's episode of Reliving the Past. And remember, don't get hacked on Amazon like I did. You know. So, yeah. Building out.
Hey guys, hope you really liked that video. And if you did, please
like, comment, share, and subscribe.
You should also check out our Twitter,
Facebook,
and Tumblr.
See you again soon!